Usually, people turn to me when they've had to overcome some sort of adversity, whether
Mm,
they're at a turning point in their life, they feel lost, they don't know what their next step is, and I help them regain that clarity so they know that their next steps, remove that overwhelm, so things feel possible, and then spark their potential so they realize just how capable they are.
yeah, that's a very important step, right? Getting
Absolutely.
in tune with what do we really want, and also trying to find that courage in ourselves.
Yes, absolutely. Because it does take courage. And I think at first and foremost, you need to come to that decision yourself
Mhm.
of whether you're ready to take that and be open to those next steps. Because not everyone is. It depends on your personal situation. At the time, you may feel so down that you can't even pick yourself up and you can't even believe that there is a possibility out there. There's hope, but that you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And sometimes you need to get that the next stage where you say, okay, now I'm ready. I can't take this anymore. I can't go on like this. Something needs to change. And then that's when you start making your breakthrough.
I see. And I think with change is a scary word, I think.
Mm,
Like
yeah,
it depends on your mood, it depends on like how where you are in your life. It can be scary, it can be very adventurous, it can be anything you want. So I think most of the time women are also scared of change because they don't want to maybe fail, right? Because change can also come with some failure too.
that's right. Yes, nobody likes change. I mean, but I do think the only certainty we have is change. We have to keep changing really and
Mhm.
pivot and try new things. Otherwise, we'll still be still stuck. It's like a child when they first begin to walk. They don't know how they're going to do it. They don't know how
Yeah.
they're going to manage, but they have to keep going. Otherwise, they'll never walk. Sometimes you just have to take that next initial step. And also, I think it's important to have a little bit of curiosity. That's an element of adventure as well. I think that also helps because who knows where that step can lead to. You don't know what's around the corner, but then you'll never know unless you take that step.
Yeah, yeah. And since we are talking about women in their 30s, I think many women are uh, seeking to change, but they are also afraid to change because they might have like children, they might
Mm.
have like commitment, they might have financial responsibilities. So I think we also have to remind them that change can also be a slow and steady process. It cannot be always like a big sudden change,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
So
absolutely. Yes, it doesn't necessarily have to happen overnight. We hear a lot about these overnight successes, but I always like to think that actually they take longer than you think to get there. It could be just the little consistent steps that you take every day, little
mhm,
bits. I think there's heroes in all of us. It doesn't have to be the superhero doing all the things that you see maybe online. It could be the hero that takes her children to school or um, cooks a meal or, starts a business or just connects with someone they haven't spoken to for a long time, makes a phone call. I
yeah.
think heroes come in many forms.